Okay, so to all my fellow 90s kids out there, tell me if you remember this ultra creepy Are You Afraid of the Dark episode called The Tale of the Dead Man's Float. If you didn't shit or piss the bed while watching this, congratulations, you are now my favorite superhero. The episode kicks off with super nerd cure Zeke, who has once again, to the surprise of no one, blown up the science lab. Now Zeke has a crush on his classmate named Clarice, yes, Clarice, who's on the school swim team. Okay, cue the ultra nerdy flirting. So Zeke tells Clarice that because she's on the school swim team, he has something to show her that she'll really like. So the next day, he takes her to the boys' locker room, settle down, don't get excited, and shows her this hidden door behind the lockers labeled "To Pool." And that's when they discover this mysteriously abandoned pool in the bowels of the school. What is going on? So Clarice, yes, Clarice, that's still her name, gets super pumped and tells Zeke that she's gonna convince the school to reopen the pool. What's the worst that could happen, right? Except just as they're leaving, this weird body-shaped bubble pushes against the tarp. Oh boy, here we go. Okay, so our girl Clarice wasn't kidding. She does indeed get the pool to reopen, and that's when the kids start getting a really bad odor emanating from the pool. Later that day, Clarice is pretty down in the dumps because she got a bad grade in science. And so Zeke offers to tutor her in exchange for her teaching him how to swim. What could go wrong? They start their swimming lessons, and just as Zeke is trying to get over his fear of the water, he gets pulled the F in by some unseen force. So Zeke manages to get back on the raft, but something topples the entire thing over, dumping both of them back in the pool. And that's when the school custodian rushes over and helps them out of the pool, telling them to get out as quickly as they can. Now the custodian tells them that this pool has a history. A bunch of kids mysteriously drowned in there in the 50s before it was shut down. And also, the pool was built over an old burial ground, and one of the bodies got left behind, and the spirit of that body is now haunting the pool. Now Clarice is all like, y'all, I hate to be that person, but if we don't do something, more kids are gonna die. I love how resourceful the kids in these shows always are. So Zeke figures that the creature must be made of acid since he reeks so badly. And if they were to douse the creature with methyl orange, it should become visible to them. They head to the pool and Zeke dumps his nerd juice in there. Ew. And cue the thing from all of our nightmares. What they see next is this red, fleshy, rotting monstrosity that's part swamp thing and part corpse. Okay, to the creators of the show, you did not have to go this hard. We were like 12 years old. We would have settled for a dude in a white sheet with holes cut out for the eyes. Okay, so they rush back to the locker room and the custodian goes into shock. Typical adult. And that fleshy freak follows them in there, so they naturally run screaming. So Clarice is like, why don't we dump manganite on the creature to explode it since it's water-based? This is a callback to when Zeke exploded the science lab at the start of the episode, but the jar gets knocked into the pool and so Clarice has to go and get it. And just as she gets her hands on it, the creature pops up in the pool and comes after her. Imagine seeing that while you're swimming. Now because she's frozen in shock and can't move, Zeke jumps into the pool to distract the creature and save his little girlfriend. Clarice escapes and douses the creature in manganite, at which point it screams and moans and bubbles and oozes, and this is definitely a visual that we needed as 12-year-olds. After all of that, the creature is finally defeated and they're all like, wee. And the episode ends with Clarice and not Clarice officially dating and hanging out on this raft in the pool. Once again proving that if Tinder doesn't work, just get into a deeply traumatic situation with your crush. Anywho, if you remember this episode, please leave me a comment and also let me know if it was your favorite Are You Afraid of the Dark episode.